Good afternoon, everyone. This is YC from YC Cooks and Bakes. I hope everybody is having a great day. It is very warm in South Carolina today, and I was trying to think, what could I make for supper? And I usually have my menu picked out ahead of time, uh, but I had moved so many. Sometimes I'll move a vegetable around or a starch around with a different meal instead if I think it goes better after I get home from the grocery store. And I moved so much around this past week. Apparently, I kind of messed today up a lot. So I thought, well, we'll just start fresh today and then I'll go grocery shopping tomorrow. But I needed a few items. And so after I dropped my son off at work, I went by a Dollar General, which is literally was just built around the corner from my house. And I thought, well, I'll just go in, I'll pick out a few items, just grab whatever comes to my mind, and I'll make something with it. And I was very pleasantly surprised when I walked in. It was uh, beautiful salads, beautiful, great big things of fruit and oranges and everything, and tons of beautiful avocados. And the freezer section is unlike any one I've ever seen before. Absolutely beautiful, clean, and organized. Very pleased with that Dollar General. And I started picking out items, and I even got a 1 pound roll of ground beef. And you've seen where it's got like the picture of ground beef on the outside of it. Um, and it's from United States. I read everything on it, and I made sure to look at the date, and it said February 17th, 2023. So I knew it was good. And then I picked out some of these beef taquitos. I picked out those. There's 15 in here. And I picked out some, like, it's kind of like a rotel, with the chilies and onion and tomatoes. And then I picked out some daisy sour cream. And I picked out some paste picante sauce. And look at these. I already chopped a lot of them up. They're already cooking with the pound of ground beef that I got. And I cut up I chopped up an onion like that size. And I have to show these to you. They are beautiful. They're called sweet peps. And you should see them. I'm going to push you back a little bit so you can see them. Look at these. They're gorgeous. Look at this red, and this is like a deep purple. Do you see that? And this one here is like a orangey yellow. Like we have these in other stores like Aldi and everything, but I've never seen this beautiful purple. And I already chopped up a couple of them, and it says it's a really cute bag, and it says on the back, it says warning. It says not to be eaten in quiet areas such as libraries and movie theaters, as the intense crunch may cause disruptions and initiate compulsory sharing. How amazing, right? Isn't it? It's amazing that a kid can go into a Dollar General now and see something like this, not just candy and donuts, but they can see stuff like this. And instead of, well, I got these too. I shouldn't have, but I wanted something crunchy in my dish. And so I got these spicy nacho Doritos. I wanted something crunchy in the dish. I'm sorry. And I opened them up to see how spicy they were, because I didn't want them to be overpowering like the flaming hot ones. I didn't want that, but I wanted them to have that edge. But anyway, and that sour cream and everything. I mean, I got all that and for $22.88. You might think that's a lot, but one meal for 6 people for $22 for me is great. It's wonderful. And I'm gonna fill in stuff that I had in the cupboard. Like I have these chili beans, and I don't know if I'm gonna use these ones or not, but there's kidney beans. I may just use this. I don't know yet, but I'm using some a couple cups of elbow macaroni that I had left over, and my own homemade taco seasoning. And I can leave the link in the description with my new recipe that I'm making today, because this is all made up. And I'm making it up. And I used already a couple teaspoons of the minced garlic with the chopped peppers and onions that's in with the meat right now. And my elbow macaroni is also boiling. And I'm going to check on that. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll tell you what, I will meet you over there at the stove so you can see what I'm doing. It's hot. So, that's what we're going to do. Okay, and I'll meet you at the stove. Okay, we're at the stove. And I'll show you what I've done so far with the meat and garlic and onions and all the different color peppers. I'll bring you up so you can see it. See how I cooked it all together like that? And I thought with this pasta, you know, couple cups of elbows, I'm going to put in that the Mexican chili beans. And but the salsa too, it's gonna act like my pasta sauce, except it's salsa. So it's gonna be kind of like a Mexican bake, like macaroni bake, you know. But it's all the Mexican cuisine, which I just absolutely love, and all my kids do too. And so when we're all done preparing this, and I crunched the Doritos and put some cheese and everything with it. We could put a little tiny bit of sour cream and green onion if we want, whatever we want to do. But it will be my recipe. I'm not sure what direction I'm going with it right now, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this meat and peppers, put in the beans, and then put some salsa with the pasta, and, you know, just have all this together. And, you know, put it in like a little casserole dish, and crunch up some of those Doritos and put it across the top. And then in the oven next to it, have some taquitos, excuse me, to, you know, serve with it. So I will bring you back when it's the next step that I do. Okay, we're back at the counter, and just so that you know, I did spray both my the pan for the Jose Ole taquitos and my Pyrex dish to put my Mexican mac bake in. I think that's what I'm calling it out now. Okay. Oh, and I found these in the cupboard just in case somebody wants some. Is some jalapeños from Aldi. I always keep a backup of these. My kids go through these like crazy. They like hot and spicy. Okay, so I noticed they have like a sloppy Joe recipe, the picante sauce on the back of this. I just noticed that. Oh, it was for buns and all. We just had buns yesterday because we did, you know, the shredded pork and everything. Okay, so I have to do the next part, so I will back you up. Like so. And then this is, I added the 1 can of chili beans. I put the kidney beans back into, you know, the cupboard. And I put in my rotel, which is, you know, the chilies and the tomatoes and everything. You already know that. See if I can get this in here. See, I thought of, like, you know, I do a lot of enchiladas. I thought of them. But I usually do those when my husband's home. They're not the best thing for him to take to work, because all they have to heat stuff up at work is a microwave. And I don't know if you ever put a leftover enchilada in a microwave. It literally takes the flour wrap, the flour tortilla that the enchilada was made with, and starts going backwards with it, where it's like flour and water and everything all over again. It's horrible. You talk about getting gummy. I mean, and you don't, he doesn't have time for an oven, even if they had a stove there. So, because he has to get back to his welding. So, anyway, whew, it is a warm one in South Carolina. I'm going to tell you what, between the chilies and the tomatoes and all the different color peppers and the onions and that, this is turning out to be quite the colorful, beautiful dish. And with that 2 cups of elbows and only 1 pound of beef for 6 people, but I do have a can of beans in here, to make up for it, of course. I'm thrilled that I just came up with this on a whim. Like, this is amazing. Take a look at that. It already looks yummy, and I don't have the cheese or the sauce in it yet. So I'm going to keep on working on this, and then we're going to serve it with this, and I will bring you back. Okay, so half the brick of that, the 8-ounce brick, only 4 ounces, was good, because you see how it covers it, and I still have to put on those Doritos, and I put 3/4 of this paste on, and it leaves a little bit in the jar, if someone wanted on top of their food. So 3/4 of a jar of the paste, Picante, and half the brick of cheese is what I used. And I'm going to put this in the oven probably at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's what I have to set the taquitos to anyway. And so that's what we're going to do. But I still have to crush up some of my spicy nachos. Okay. Okay, everybody. Everything is ready for our supper. And I am going to call this my Mexican mac bake. And these are the beef taquitos. And I'll lift you up so you can see. That's what it looks like. And here's the taquitos. You know they're done because see how they come out the ends a little bit? That's how you know they're done. And my green onions were a little bit slimy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the sour cream. And then if someone wants a jalapeno on top or more salsa, they'll be able to have some. But so all you people who do Taco Tuesday, you can still use my homemade taco seasoning. You just might want to give something else a try for a change. And if you're new here, please comment, like, and subscribe so that you can get all my recipes in the descriptions. And everyone, give me a thumbs up. I came up with this in no time flat. It's only 5:30 in the evening. Dinner's done for a family of 6. Give me a thumbs up. It won't hurt you, and it won't cost you a thing. And I hope that everybody has a grand slam evening. Good night.